Welcome in, everybody. Starting a little late. Look at that sky. Camera don't do it justice. Let the crew all jump on all in here. Sorry about that, guys. Gals. A little slippity slip of the hand. So I took a little bit of a break. Welcome in, Juanita. Hope you're all doing well today. It was a relaxing break. I needed that. I wanted to go live last night. I sort of kind of did, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. It was still an interesting evening. A little bit of peanut butter and jam. Clearly English. I'm not opposed to Spanish, but I don't know Spanish. Go away. So I'm going to get into a collective tonight. Just sitting here with some coffee. Waiting for the crew to show up. I'm on a little later than what I wanted to be, but that's okay. So I don't know if you seen my little sneak peek earlier to whether or not you've seen it or not. Welcome in, everybody. So I'm going to be showcasing this deck tonight. The Voice of the Souls Oracle. I gave a little bit of a sneak peek earlier. Mediumship is a natural ability to make contact with one's guides and with the souls on the other side. Thanks to Voice of the Souls Oracle, you'll be able to develop your own connection skills and use them as a positive support in connecting with souls. I have an important message to deliver. Together with the magic of the illustrations accompanying the book, you'll learn to increase your mediumistic and intuitive powers. You'll gain a confidence in your feelings, receiving inspirational messages for your evolution, and develop your spiritual skills. Beautiful, 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 beautiful set of cards, I must say. 10 out of 10. Like, even the box is made with durable, this box is going to last a while. It's got a nice little watermark inside it. It comes with a book. A very well, decently made little book. And here's the cards. This is the count hand. And there's some of them. It's not me. It wasn't me. Do 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 do. Karmic message. Regrets. The illustrations are beautiful. And that's not all. The golden boss on, I don't know what it's called, the golden foil or whatever. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And they shuffle nice. They slide very nicely. Mhm. You can fan them out too. It still works that way. So we're going to get into that one. Then the roomie decided to go gallivanting. I guess she went to some sort of thrift shop and she found me. So I got both. Very, very thankful. Very, very thankful. I love the messages. They're very, very nice messages. Hello. I'm sorry, you probably missed me. If you did, I needed a break. I needed a much needed break. And I was waiting patiently for the package to come in the mail. And I just happened to check out on Amazon lots of Zen. 20, okay? 20 premium quality wood sticks. I could hotbox the whole apartment now. It smells so good. Now, mind you, they look beautiful for the stick that it is. It looks beautiful, okay? But I find that it's a little bit on the stinky side, I must admit. But it does smell like Palo Santo. It seems to be, they absolutely beautiful fragrance from the box. But when you go to light them, it's a different story. Just a little stinky. I'm usually used to it smelling a little more sweeter. But it's okay. It's quite alright. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. A little bit of smudgy smudge for you. Do, 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 do. Oh, little bee, the wolf pack, eh? There's no such thing as coincidences. I want you to look into them a little bit more for me, see if they have a PayPal or a GoFundMe or something. Because if they're doing that type of work, I don't mind. I'll give them a shout out. That's pretty remarkable. It's getting smoky in here. It's getting smoky. Yeah. I told you I was gonna hotbox the whole damn thing. Spiritual court is in session. Welcome in, everybody. Archangel Michael is out on the prowl this evening. Must have been 3 or 4 times down the street here. I was in the rescue cruise. So, I think I'm going to start off with an energy check-in. So, the 20 people that are here watching, pick a number between 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to do 3 different um, I'm going to do 3 different timelines. Okay? So pick 1, 2, or 3, whichever one resonates the most. You can keep the number to yourself. You don't necessarily have to put it in the chat. This is just your number to figure out what timeline you're on, okay? Now, okay. Alright. I'm going to start off with the angel cards. Great Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, guards, protectors, divine light. bring us 3 different timelines tonight, 3 different messages. Allow the timelines to be synced to the people who are choosing the message, choosing the number. Allow the message to resonate with their soul, to bring them clarity, closure, or anything they need to know right now for their highest good. Let this message be uplifting and empowering to live our best life. Thank you for these blessings. Can we get 3 cards? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so 1, you've got Archangel Raphael, the number 15, and ego. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is the Magician, Archangel Raziel. I hope I didn't butcher these names. Forgive me if I do. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical with the number 1. Okay. Number 3, you have the 7 of water. A complete decision, the need to do research and stop procrastinating. All right, number 3s. So those are your messages. Number 3s. Here comes your oracle card. What do we got for number 1? Spirit of the soul. What do we got for card number 1? Okay. We got card number 1, which is happiness. So you need to be focusing a little bit more on happiness. We're going to go looking into the book a little deeper. For number 2, you're failing to learn a lesson. Okay, you have the resources and the ability to manifest your life. Your life is magical, but you're failing to learn a lesson. That very well could be the lesson. What's card number 3? Spirit of the soul, voice of the soul. Number 3. Number 3. Pretty please. Thank you. We got duality. So a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. Um, maybe there's a need for duality and not maybe thinking of it one way or the other. Maybe you need to think of it from more than one side in order to make a final ability. You need to do research, so maybe looking at it from other sides than just your own. All right, just as a little pointer. Now we're going to go ahead and look into this a little deeper. I thank you all for joining me tonight. Yeah, Number one, the false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Yes, you need to be focusing more or less on your happiness, what things that you're happy for. Okay? Now, there are messages all around you for guidance. Maybe not necessarily for love. This is for collective. Okay, one, two, and three. There's a lot of crap going on. We're going through a lot right now. We're all going through it in our own little way. We're all rowing our own little boat, probably in the same river. Different boat, same river. There is messages of guidance there if you quiet yourself enough to listen. But due to the bitterness, due to the pain, due to the hurt, due to the trauma, due to whatever you're dealing with and whatever you're holding on to, there are messages of love there, but they're being tuned out. Okay? So we're going to get into what these oracle cards actually mean because I love the meanings in the book. The interpretation is top notch. And it's probably going to basically, I'm trying to say resonate or vibe with your situation. So hold tight. Number one, 23. How's my, how is my volume? Is it okay? This is my real job, guys. Keep scrolling. Okay, give me a second. Welcome in, Eric. Pick a 1, 2, or 3, Eric, and then rewind and go back to the beginning. All right, number one, this is happiness for you, okay? Speaking into your soul, happiness is within your reach. Its creation begins inside you. Even if your outer environment seems complicated, don't worry. Happiness is there. I already feel it. I send you much love so you can see it, then carry it into your outer life. You have worked on yourself and are now aware of how to create this inner happiness. If this is not yet the case, know that you will soon share it with people you love. You are a wonderful person, and I'm proud of you because you have the darling to tell it the the dare what? Because you have the daring to tell it to yourself. There we go. Next page. Sometimes you say it timidly, but still you manage to express it. Before you didn't feel you could.
Keep building your own happiness. You are on a beneficial path. Your spirit guides say everything is already happening. You are in a forward-moving energy. If you can't see the synchronicities yet, know that they'll be coming quickly. We are sending you signs in the form of outer events. Let yourself be guided. Keep nourishing what is most beautiful in you. Don't try to control things. All you have to do is experience the present moment and be spontaneous. Soon your inner happiness will be carried into your outer life. You will create everything that matters to you. Your wants are in line with your needs, and you are connected to yourself. Everything is falling into place. Everything is beautiful. You can already embrace the fruit of your efforts and bring your projects to life. So, the entity within you. I am happy now. Even if things weren't easy for me, I was happy then. I always had that childlike fire, letting me experience things intensely. Yes, I may have been clumsy, but I always found moments of happiness, even in hard times. I'm guiding you towards happiness. I'm sending you signs to help you create your own happiness and understand that it's within your reach. Be proud of yourself. You already have everything within you. You have managed to do many things that I could not do. Keep going on this path. Keep shining as you are right now. You do not need to contact me directly. When you are happy, we're aligned on the same frequency. I am with you, and I am happy with and for you. You are creating a wonderful path, and beautiful surprises are in store for you. Keep moving forward on these beautiful waters. While the waters I sailed were filled with hardship for you, they are peaceful. Enjoy it all for me. So that's number one. Number two, you got the learning card, so let's check that one out. I'm doing a collective right now. If you want personal card pulls, that's later on. Gonna have to wait. So number two, you've got learning. Let's see what's the deal here. All right, 17. There we go. All right, number two. You are learning many things at the moment that may not be positive. You are in an energy of intense learning and great positive evolution. You need to learn new things. You also have many abilities and skills dormant inside you. This is powerful in you. I know that you are in doubt right now. You may wonder if you're taking the right path by learning new things or making important changes related to your new capabilities. If you make the choice by and for yourself, it will always be a good choice because it is of your own. Be daring and be confident in yourself. I'm sending you many signs to help you trust what you feel deep inside. Instead of listening to other people's frameworks of reference, you are taking a unique path that will be fabulous and bring you many new things. It will be more than sublime. Not making sense there? What do you mean? I'm just reading the book. So the spirit guides for the number 2 card. What do you mean I'm not making sense? This is the number 2 card. Oh. Somebody else? Oh, okay. Anyway, the number 2 card, your spirit guides are saying, 4 years ago, you experienced something important. Something that you may have somebody's going at my throat chakra, I think, today. You guys can fuck right off. How about that? Um, sometimes you can make Sometimes you may put on hold or kept dormant in your energies. 4 years ago, you experienced something important. Something that you may have put on hold or kept dormant in your energies. There we go. Okay. We are sending you many signs today because there is something important to be learned in connection to that past experience. We are sending you signs in your dreams. We advise you to write them down. If you don't remember them, take time to meditate for a few moments before going to bed, setting the intention of remembering your dreams afterwards. You may feel caught in repetitive patterns, but that's not the only feeling coming to you. You are in an energy of new things and important changes. The next 4 months will be rich in events which will ask you to trust in the unknown, trust in synchronicities. Everything will be more than fine. So, the entity. My past life taught me many things. I often talked negatively, and sometimes I felt that life was really tough. I can still see myself ranting or feeling everything was against me. Today I understand these experiences were to teach me important lessons. I also understand that my soul chose this. While things felt difficult in the moment, today I am in the positive evolution. In my past life, I always felt tired, which prevented me from doing important things. Today, I realized I was experiencing inner duality. It was refusing to trust in life. I have no regrets. Everything I experienced was because of choices, but I will definitely do things differently in my next life. Be yourself in this energy of learning. I will manifest myself to you through the number 13. It will be a sign of my presence that I am by your side in the new wonderment being created for you. Have confidence in everything that you are capable of doing. You are an extraordinary being. All right, number 2, you are an extraordinary being. All right, number 3, duality reversed. All right, what do we got for duality? $38. Oh, good job. All right, your soul says, number 3, the Father and the Holy Spirit? Don't you mean Santa Claus? I don't know. Anyway, number 3, you no longer know, and this is your soul talking. There's 3 different perspectives of these cards for the Oracle. There's your soul, there's your spirit guide, and then the entity. I think as in within yourself, okay? Or the entity as in someone that you're thinking about the situation. So your soul. You no longer know who you are or what you want to do. Sometimes you may make a decision in the morning, then focus on another in the evening. Letting your mind take over, you can no longer hear me or only hear me faintly. Yet I send you many signs, especially inviting you to inner calm. Time has come to take a break. You need to rest and understand that your ideas and thoughts, the duality you feel, keep you from inner calm, preventing you from having faith in yourself. This duality is not a coincidence. It's your relationship with me and your own mind. Meditate, breathe, rest. Taking these moments will be so important to help you hear me and help you trust in the choices that you will make. The choices you make in the next 6 months will be important, and only you can make them. So trust in us, as in within your higher self and your lower self. uh, anyway, your spirit guides what they're saying. Number 3, you may have difficulty understanding your outer situation. There are many unexpected events, and somehow you are always hesitant. You wait for an eternal sign to make decisions for you because you aren't confident in yourself or don't take the first step. This creates inner and outer duality. Understanding that outer duality is a reflection of your inner duality, we are sending you signs through your emotions and feelings, so you may understand that everything comes from you. Don't look outwards, look inwards. You are able to assess or assert yourself, connect to your sacral chakra, to trust in your feelings and emotions. As the entity, my life was made of duality, and I always hesitated between 2 situations, 2 relationships, and 2 paths. I didn't dare to make my own choices, and I didn't really trust in my emotions. This sometimes created considerable duality within myself and also with others. I couldn't channel my emotions, so I was caught in a kind of struggle. The struggle may have been reflected in my outer life. It may have created something like inner fire. Today, I am free from the duality and I am in an energy of serenity. I now understand that it's through connecting to my emotions that I'm my own guide and that we make our own choices. Others can't make them for us. So understand this dimension of duality. Show forgiveness and open yourself up to the beautiful person that you are. All right, number 3. So maybe you need to stop procrastinating and open yourself up to the beautiful person that you are, despite it all. Right? Hey AJ, how about I just call you Toast? So number ones, throw your number ones in if the cards so far are resonating with you. Two's the same thing, three's the same thing. Throw your numbers in the chat if it's so far it's going good. If it's not resonating at all, throw a 9. Debbie, you're the odd man out. Just saying. I'm not doubting myself. I'm just checking if it's vibing with the number. You know, I could care less. I'm just throwing the cards. I'm throwing the message. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, that's not my problem. It's meant for somebody, you know? Whether or not it resonates is out of my hands. Let's get some more angel cards. These are fun. And then I'll get you a bunch of tarot cards for each one. So keep your number 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Collectively, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, the spiritual and emotional growth. I think that's why we're all here, right? As a collective. Welcome in, everybody. Providing that you don't show up like an absolute moron, you'll probably be safe here, right? Another collective, the moon, number 18, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, event behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Onward and forward, everybody. Time to make some steps happening, right? All right. Let's see. Number one. Number one. Thank you. Number one, you have 7 of Earth. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So right now, with your false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative and or fear-based thoughts, seeds well planted. So all of the different things that you've got going on right now that aren't really panning out, and you're kind of getting low on it because of it, all right? It wasn't all for nothing. This is just a minor setback. This is just a minor delay. Things are going to start moving for you again. Okay, so don't worry. All right. All right, number 2. Number 2. What do we got? Number 2, 8 of air. An illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So you are ready, you have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. But you're being trapped by an illusion, a lack of self-confidence, or afraid to take action. Number 2. What's going on, number 2? I'll give you another one. All right, so you got the Sun, Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lend to success. Um, have confidence in yourself. All right, number 2. All right, number 3. Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathic, patient, loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So you've got a complex decision, a need to do research and stop procrastinating. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. So you got to get down to business there. Got to get down to business. Number three. You get another one, and then I'll get another one for number 2. The Wheel, Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. All right. So number 3, I think. Yeah, number 3. You've got good things coming to you. All right. And you've got the good mojo, good energy in your favor. Like Archangel Michael's kicking it with you. I wouldn't mess around with that energy. Okay? If I were you. All right. Something's telling me to go to this other pack. So I'm going to. All right. Number 1. Ooh, the Lovers. False sense of entrapment, being overly focused with material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. And then the Lovers, Archangel Raphael. Intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, good health. All right, that's for number 3. Is there any more for number 2? Okay. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. 10 of Earth for number 2. And number 3, Justice, Archangel Ragal. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay? Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get an oracle from the good old Mary Magdalene oracle. Mary Magdalene, be with us now to bring us a message of compassion for timelines 1, 2, and 3. Thank you for your blessings. 1. Oh, thank you. You got eternal embrace, number 2. You got intimacy, number 3. Ooh, you got acceptance. Okay. Eternal embrace. Everything in the, this is for number 1, okay? Everything in the universe consists of contemporary opposites, so there is no point in wishing that everyone around you was more like you. Accept this universal truth and you will avoid further disappointment. Every time you identify a quality in another that you don't like, pause for a moment and identify that same quality within you. If you have identified that quality in another, then it sure does exist as well in you in some sort of way. If you can't see it within yourself, it is simply because you have repressed that quality. Every quality you think that you possess comes with an opposite quality attached to it. You can't have one without having the other. Read and reflect on the following sets of qualities. I'm not going to read on them, but anyway, several times each day as you go, you may want to add more qualities. Slowly reflect on each one. So, as an example, positive, negative, friendly, not friendly, happy, sad. There's a whole list here. But just do deal with the dualities of these feelings. Okay. Number 2, intimacy. Okay, you may have been emotionally hurt, number 2, in the past, and as a result, you are now reluctant to share your feelings with others because you fear being hurt again. It is understandable that you have placed a protective shield around your heart. However, it's now time to drop the armor, because at present, it's preventing a worthwhile relationship from forming. There's someone who is dearly loves you, and the love this person has for you is real. However, he or she is afraid to reveal their true feelings for fear of rejection. Like you, they also fear being hurt. Trust and share your feelings and experience openly and honestly. You'll be amazed at what unfolds. The most intimate relationships are usually formed through tears and laughter, so don't be afraid to express your feelings, fears, and vulnerabilities. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace the new. All right, number 2. Now, this doesn't mean to go do this with a narcissistic ex, okay? Use your discernment. That should go without saying. Okay? Just so we're not confused, all right? All right, number 3, we've got acceptance. Acceptance is key word for you at the moment. You have the power to heal and bring balance to an area of your life that is causing you concern by accepting the things as they are. Don't try to change that which is beyond your power to change. Focus instead on that over which you do have power. You have power over the way that you react to the events in your life. Adopting an accepting attitude will help you regain your sense of inner peace. There's no point worrying about something if worrying about it will make no difference. Believe that the forces of life are with you and not against you. Make the most of what you have instead of wishing you had more. However, acceptance does not mean that you need to give up on your dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Just know that there is a higher purpose or things and trust that all will work out for your highest good and for the highest good of all concerned. All right, number 3. So I hope that resonated with you guys. Let's check in with the unknown oracle and see what they've got going on. Oh, let's check out the Pharaoh tarot. Let's see here. There might be a couple messages there too. How are you liking this whole idea of the 3 different timelines, guys and gals? Is this working out? You like this whole thing? All right, Pharaoh tarot. Give us a message for number 1. Pharaoh tarot, give us a message for number 1. Thank you. Number 1. Now is the time for you to think about business, as constructive and favorable forces are at work. Money will be gained through speculation or partnership. All right, number two. What's going on with number two? All right. All right. We've got this card indicates a studious teenager who is extremely loyal and is always willing to help, and it will be the bearer of some good news to you, number two. Number three, the future indicates that you will achieve an abundance of good fortune and success. You will have luxury, pleasure, dancing, dining out, and new clothes. There you go, number three. As a collective message, please. As a collective message, we've got emotional domination by a strong woman. This card could indicate domestic troubles, indications of lack of children or friends. The Empress, a fortunate card. It forecasts new growth on all levels. It could mean a new baby in the family. It could also mean you are under a strong female influence by a dominant woman, general well-being. Well, yeah, we are kind of governed by Mother Earth. That makes sense. Another collective message. I think it's a good thing to remember, right? Yes, I remember the mask. All right, collective. The future shows a time of change, but you will manage this easily and without worry. Watch carefully for an opportunity to elevate your position through travel or change of occupation. On the negative side, you tend to be unreliable. You make excuses to escape duties and meetings that you should attend. You are inconsistent. Try to stick to a program and do not keep putting unpleasant tasks to one side. Well, fine then. What the hell's going on in my chat? Do I need to just cut the chat off altogether and ruin it for everybody? We're not haters in the chat, right? Cody? See, the thing is that people don't understand. They're talking about Geminis. And I talk about Geminis all the time, okay? I'm hating on Geminis all the time. Why? Because I tend to get karmic Geminis attracted to me in some sort of way. It just happens, right? It's like a moth to a flame. It doesn't mean all Geminis are karmic. There are divine Geminis, just as much as there are karmic Geminis, just as much as there are divine Scorpios, just as much as there are karmic Scorpios. And the list goes on. Okay, there's a karmic and a divine version of every sign. It's all on how you want to show up. You want to show up as a divine masculine, divine feminine, that's your choice. You want to show up as a fucking karmic, then you're showing up as a karmic. But I'll tell you, you get around a lot better with, the divine masculine, divine feminine kind of aspect, for the most part. Minus the haters, the trolls, you know, yada, yada, yada. So when I'm going and I'm hating on a Gemini, it's because I'm hating on the karmics. Because they're very dramatic. All right? It's all on how you want to show up. And this is what I was just saying earlier. If you want to show up looking like a fucking idiot, guess what? You're going to be treated like a fucking idiot. And there's the door. Simple stuff. Anyway, let's get into the unknown oracle and see what we got going on. Come on. Yeah, 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 yeah. Alrighty, I got it all set up. Alright. Unknown oracle archetypes. What do we got for number one? What do we got for number one? Number one. Thank you, number one. Number two. Number two. Number two. Number two. Ooh, the unseen for number two. We got the fault line for number one. Number three. Thank you. All right, we got the castle. I want to thank everybody here. Take a moment to thank everybody for joining me today. You could be literally doing anything and choosing it to spend with me, so thank you. It's very greatly appreciated. The fault line. 161. Right, number one. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potential warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. That yawn is a confirmation. It's much better to prepare yourself for the change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There's no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. So that's your card. Okay? So when in the light, it's redefining reality and breaking open. Okay? When in the dark, it's precariousness and pretending and delusion. Right? All right. The unseen. The unseen. Let's see the unseen, shall we? All right, number 2. That's your card. The spirit, the ancestor, the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, we sense it, we intuit it, and then we doubt it even exists. Though it rallies our attention time and time again, the energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision, a message from the loved one who has passed on. It is natural to fear these communications as they challenge your perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near, the eternal is present. The doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen, the sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. In the light, it's clairvoyant guidance, whispers of wisdom. In the dark, it's dark looming energy, unwillingness to forgive. All right? That was yours, number 2. We're going to go on to number 3. Number 3, you got, hang on a sec, the tools. Okay, next one. The places. No initiations. All right. What's that? There we are. The castle. All right, number 3. It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses with castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, ornate wonders, and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions. Quite possible a literal home, or a position that projects the image of achievement, while the soul longs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times, we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel towards, but it's best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. When in the light, visiting your throne of power. When in the dark, it's stuckness, depression, spells, and walls. So there you go, number 3. It's not over. Hold on to your numbers. The night has only just begun. I'm just cleaning it up so it doesn't get too much to deal with later. All right. Going to get into the tarot now. Welcome back, little bee. Alrighty. We're gonna do another oracle card to start off with the reading. What is the energy that you need to focus on, or that is focusing on you? We're gonna go through 1, 2, and 3 different timelines. So keep your number. If you chose 1, 2, or 3, hold on to that number. I'm gonna be using a different tarot deck for each timeline, so that way it can be of its own. You gotta keep it separated. Rah, 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 rah. All right, what's the energy for number 1, Spirit? What's the energy for number 1? What's the energy for number 1? Whoa, okay. Number 1, you've got the card Freedom. Number 2, you've got the card of Love. And number 3, number 3. Okay. Learning and so, you're not forgiving somebody, apparently. I'm going to use the forgiveness one as a collective. And then we've got abundance on the bottom of the deck. What do we got on the top? Ooh, there's a spiritual message. So take this picture, keep it in your mind's eye, and sit with it for a moment. And ask your guides, is there a spiritual message available to me? And what would this message be? And hone in and focus into your intuition. That's what the black cards are all about. Okay. Let's see. All right, number 1, what is your tarot message for the evening? Alrighty, we got the Hierophant and the World on the split. What this is telling me, number 1, is that you're doing your best to balance out your freedom with your commitments, and also you trying to level up at the same time. Okay? This could be what you're focusing on right now. What is your message? Number 1, what is your message? Okay. Right now you might be feeling a little trapped. You might be feeling like, okay. You're stepping into your power though, but you're feeling that you're Well, we got the justice here, and it's upside down. So there's definitely been some sort of injustice here. For you may be standing in your power and finding freedom. Okay? People don't like that you're stepping outside of the box, not allowing them to control you anymore. This is not Tinder, okay? You want to go meet somebody on somewhere else. I know that, Stephanie. I'm just, I'm passing the ugly stick to you, so that way if you need to beat somebody with it, it's more than welcome. It's there. Okay? All right, number one. What else is your message here? Yeah, you've been dealing with a lot of shit. You've been fighting for your life. You've been taking out the trash. Uh, you've been getting rid of all the bullshit in your life. You've been focusing on what's important. Okay, number one. Yeah, you're having to make a decision and come to a truce with yourself. No wonder. There's some sort of something that you're reconciling. I think this is somewhere along the lines of self-hate talk, of how you're treating yourself, how you're speaking to yourself, how you're accepting or not accepting what people are telling you, whether it's constructive or destructive. There's a lot of communication, a lot of rumors, a lot of deceit, and you're learning how to process it right now. Okay, but you're calling a truce. You are taking what is, accepting that what is, and you are changing what you want out of that, and not accepting what you're not going to accept. Okay. Either way, you're assessing it, you're balancing it out, you're calling a truce, you're making a decision on it. Okay. And this is having freedom, peace of mind, freedom. You stepping into your power. You're stepping up, and you should continue to do so. Do not lose sight of standing in your power, okay? Just because you're maybe rattling somebody else's cage. That's not your problem. That's them. That's a them problem, okay? Any other final message here for number one? You're going to get some new possibilities of prosperity, abundance, and a new collaboration. Somebody wants to collaborate with you. There very well could be some sort of a job offer. There could be something of a teamwork event or project that you'd like to collaborate with some other people. Do it. Make it happen. Okay, this very well could be the truth that you're maybe needing some help with something and you can't do it all yourself. So you're going to maybe bring on some help or some assistance from other people that you trust. Okay, this is a good collaboration. This is teamwork, people working together. Okay, number one. That is your message. I hope that serves you well. All right, number two. This is your message. Something about love. Something about standing in your power. Somebody maybe bringing in a possible offer of stability with this love. Somebody's definitely getting rid of some sort of substance abuse or addictions or things that no longer serve them. Number two, you could be doing this in order to invite love into your life, but there's definitely some sort of offer of stability. after a letting go of what no longer serves you or them. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of imbalance here. There's some sort of chaos happening right now. And you're in the aspect of welcoming new love in at the same time as allowing the old to remove itself. Hopefully, the trash takes itself out, so to speak. What do we got going on for number two? Yeah, you're feeling a little bit stuck due to the chaos and due to a lot of this crap going on, but all in divine timing, okay? All in divine timing. What's going on, Spirit, for number two? Number two. Number two. Number two. All right, somebody's leaving you in the dark. Somebody's not coming forward to communicate. But it's almost like they're coming in a little bit secretive. Okay, they're trying to leave you in the dark, but they're coming in anyway. We got the Eight of Wands, and we got the Sun. It's almost like they want to ambush you. They want to surprise you. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I think with the Two of Wands, I think there's something going on here where they don't necessarily want you to make any crazy decisions to like move away or anything. They want to keep you close by. And yes, things are a little bit chaotic right now, but things are going to balance out. Okay, there is an offer of stability coming in with this love. So keep that in mind, okay, number two? What's going on here? Yeah, right now there's a need of changing and of maybe a perspective of the way maybe that you're looking at something. All right, number two. Any other message for number two? Right. Yeah, so somebody's feeling a little bit emotionally unavailable. Okay, but this is justice to some degree. Okay, it's almost giving me a feeling like there's somebody not wanting you to move on, right? But they're not willing to give you a cup either. You know, they're not willing to give you the love that you're looking for. Like it's not. It's like they're hello. They're wanting to give you the bare minimum. And the fact that they want to give you the bare minimum, you're not settling. So you're moving on. You're getting rid of this toxicity of like unrequited love, maybe a one-sided love, you know, and not being able to move forward with this because they're trying to keep you stuck. All right, number two, they're trying to leave you in the dark. That's the feeling I'm getting. All right, but you're getting some major justice here because of this love coming in. There's new love coming in, and you know this. All right, number two, there's some sort of new love, new possibilities of a relationship coming in for sure. What else for number two? Yeah. This motherfucker, okay, this Queen of Cups reversed, okay, they're codependent. We got the Nine of Pentacles here. And it's almost like they want you to be codependent on them. They feel entitled to your energy somehow, some way. Okay? Which is a little weird, a little bit weird. They're hanging on for dear life because they have a tower. Whoever this person that you're trying to walk away from, they've got a tower coming in. They're trying to hold on to you so because your energy is protective, all right? Usually I'm kicking it with the light workers and stuff. So you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected. So you've got these karmics trying to latch onto your energy for your protection in order to be protected from their karma. Hey, karmics, it don't work that way. Okay? You can't latch on to people to get out of your karma. It's gonna hit. And the longer you wait, the worse it's gonna taste. Just saying. All right? Number 2, so that is your message. I hopefully that served you well. Number 3. Number 3. What's going on, number 3? What do we got going on, number 3? I like these 3 timelines. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if it's all matching up for you guys. I hope it is. All right, number 3, what's your message? At first, you were failing to learn a lesson, number 3, and you had the strength reversed at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you're running out of energy, or you're running out of hope, out of courage. It's almost like your brain is fried out from learning. You definitely got some sort of the Empress and the Four of Swords, so you probably burnt the hell out, and you kind of want to sit in the Empress energy just to be creative. The Empress does represent pregnancy, so number 3, if you are quite possibly wondering if you're expecting, chances are you might be. You might want to go get a checkup, just to check in on it. Make sure the baby's healthy if there is one. All right, what's going on, number 3? I'll take that one. Ooh, number 3, 6 of Swords. Yikes. You're walking away. What's the message for number 3, Spirit? What do we got here? Ace of Swords. So there's some sort of clarity coming in. Maybe that's why you weren't really learning anything, because there was a lot of information that was around you that was questionable. We got the Seeker of Swords, we've got the Two of Cups reversed, the Six of Wands, and the Chariot. So it's almost like at first you weren't willing to see a certain perspective, and somebody walked away, is the feeling I'm getting. And there was a huge moment of clarity that come over you, like almost like a revelation that come over you. And you started to see it from a different perspective. That maybe the person that you were with, maybe recently, maybe they're not your soulmate. There's the Two of Cups reversed here. Okay? Maybe the person that you're focusing on isn't your soulmate. And maybe you're realizing the truth of who is. Okay? And the Chariot's about going on a journey, and about a journey of victory. With the Six of Wands, this is victory in itself. This is getting recognition. This is getting a pat on the back. You're getting flowers. You're getting a respect. It's either that or somebody else is. Now, the chariot is representing an important or official person as well. Okay, so there very well could be somebody that's within your lens of view or crosshairs that is in this energy, number three. Maybe this is the energy that walked away due to the fact of finding out some sort of truth. That could also very well work. And where you very well could have been maybe not really seeing the full picture, now you're kind of seeing the full pictures to where your feelings are. What's the next message for number three? We got the magician. So I'm getting a feeling that there's a lot of insecurities. I'll just chalk it up on the board like that. Insecurities that hold you back from becoming your best self. And the magician is talking to you about the fact that everything that you've ever wanted in your life all comes from within you. It all starts with that inkling of an idea. It all starts with the idea of brainstorming and being creative and forming that in your mind's eye. Okay? All of the elements of creation are within you. All right? And we have all the elements of creation within our grasp overall. So when you're looking at the idea that you might be powerless, or the self-worth, or the self-empowerment, or courage, or confidence, it all is resulted from within you. And how you choose to treat yourself, how you choose to speak to yourself, how you choose to hold yourself, and how you choose to show up, it all matters in the grand scheme of things. Okay? Number three, you're going through a rebirth. It very well could be a dark night of the soul. You very well could have been going through a lot of crappy shit. Okay? There's a Sage of Cups here. There's quite possibly a love offer, or you could very well be looking to give a love offer to someone else. Okay? Now, with this love offer, there very well could be a Ten of Swords. There very well could be a rejection. Okay? But rejection is your protection. It's either your protection or somebody else's. Okay? You very well could be the one offering this cup of love, and you're going to be rejected. Okay? Now, this very well could be already happened, and you're dealing with that, and it's instigated a rebirth. Because I do remember in the beginning of the reading here, where we had the learning card come out, which we are going to get into in a moment. All right, I saved that for last. I just wanted to get into the main message to see how it's going to correlate with the actual card, okay? Now, with this, with the learning card coming up reversed, it was like you were failing to learn something or failing to see something. But having this new perspective come through with the Ace of Swords, the Six of Swords, walking away with learning lessons, it's almost like you came to a realization that maybe the person that you thought they were isn't the person that they thought they were. Maybe they're actually better than what you thought. Maybe you misjudged this person. Okay? So I do get a feeling, number three, that there's two different people that you're kind of juggling with. Okay? Because this is causing you a rebirth. Okay? With the Ten of Swords, it's like you're ending something with one person and you're starting in something new with another person, or wanting to. And there's because of you going through a rebirth, because of you going through a dark night of the soul. Okay? So number three, what do we got going on for number three? There's definitely wanting to be some healing here. We've got the Ten of Wands reversed on the bottom of the deck. Okay? This is a lot of stagnant energy. This is a lot of huddling, a lot of depressed energy, a lot of like, I'm done, done. Like, I'm wanting to walk away. I want to find a rock and just hide under it. Like, look at this guy hanging out in the corner, all under these sticks, trying to protect himself. Welcome in, Spencer. Hope you're doing fine, my friend. Number 3. Any final message for number 3? Yeah. Sybil of Swords. Okay, number 3, you need to come forward. You need to move forward with truth. Okay? Maybe you didn't see things. We're all human. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. But if you're accountable for those mistakes and you make up for those mistakes and you step forward and you hold yourself accountable and you show your accountability by taking responsibility, communicate that with the people that maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with. Okay? Don't be scared to be vulnerable, at least even with yourself, even with someone else. But don't be scared to be vulnerable if you feel that there's some sort of a history with this person. You know, you need to follow your heart and understand that your heart and your mind, as above, so below. As long as these are in balance, things are going to be good for you. If they're not in balance, you need to be vulnerable enough to recognize that and work through it and process it so that way you can move on. Because if any one of these are not in balance, this is where things get chaotic and come into question. All right? So this is about being honest with yourself. You know, being able to speak your truth, being able to explain your side of things. Any other final message for number 3? Nope. All silent. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, so we're going to get into the different cards now of what they represent now, okay? Freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. I can't go that high. Freedom, freedom. 56. 56, right on the money. All right, so your soul is speaking to you. Number 1. The time has come to free yourself, to let go of your last forms of resistance. You have worked on many memories and blocking energies. This requires a lot of effort and reconsideration, but you did it. Today you're facing the last forms of resistance, the most deeply rooted forms, those that can frighten you and feel insurmountable. Know that they are not insurmountable, and you can free yourself from these bonds because you understand what they have to teach you. You can now let go of these energies you no longer need. Take time to breathe, to mindfully activate this liberation. If you feel like you can't do it alone, you can always ask for help. But you are capable, and this release will let you open a vast and beautiful new chapter in your life. Congratulations, number 1. Your spirit guides, Number one, you may be having difficulty communicating with us right now because we're not necessarily on the same wavelength. You're not communicating with us directly. You're trying to communicate with us through other people, or your mind is interfering with our connection, causing you to doubt our presence. We are here right by your side. Become aware of how you try to communicate with us. We have many messages to share with you. You already know these things, but you need confirmation. We understand that change, we understand that. Change how you communicate. If you're trying to talk to us through oracles, try meditating. If you're trying to talk to us through another person, try doing it on your own. Pay attention to your feelings, they will guide you. Why am I yawning so much? Anyway, pay attention to your feelings. They will guide you towards the best way of communicating with us. We are here. We are waiting for you. I call my power back to me from anywhere, anything, and anyone that's choosing any ill will towards me or the collective. I'm cutting all cords from anyone sending ill will to me. Let them be severed. Let them snap back and smack them right in the forehead. Let anything sent my way of any ill will be sent back and bound to their sender, and let it hit them hundredfold. Let this protection be for eternity, forevermore, for not only for myself, but the collective. As above, so below, as within, so without, so it is. All right, number two. $14. All right, number two. Your soul, I have only one message for you today, but it's an important one. Love yourself, damn it. Do not try to find love in others. Do not look for a mirror in which to see yourself. You are creating emotional dependence and you are running away from your own love. By loving yourself, you can create healthy relationships and situations in your outer life. Ugh. Your soul is wonderful, but as an incarnated being, you are imperfect, as are all the people around you. You have had experiences that you view as a mistake, just like everyone else. You have been clumsy, just like everyone else. You have felt that you were taking the wrong path, just like everyone else. Love yourself in the complete imperfection and clumsiness. Your soul is perfect, and by experiencing the imperfection, you connect to the energy of wisdom. Your spirit guides. The energy of love will open the door to a renewal for you within the next 3 months. You have long been caught in repeating patterns, and you have long been caught in emotional fatigue, which guided you to and projected a negative image of yourself back to you. You have released many old beliefs and thoughts. What you are you are missing now is truly love for yourself, the compassion with which you know how to look upon others but not yourself. Look upon yourself with love, respect your convictions and values, accept your dark side without looking to fight it. Within the next 3 months, a wave of love will come into your outer life. It will be an echo of the love that you're building for yourself. Love yourself, love life, love your past, love your experiences, love what is obvious, love synchronicities, for they make you for who you are. The entity. Remember this from me for always and forever. I love you. My love for you has always been strong, even if I haven't always managed to express it. I know you have expected more proof of my love. I know I could have done more, told you more, that I love you, made you feel it more. The love is unspoken today. I expect nothing in return. My energy is of unconditional love. Feel it so you may forge a new relationship with yourself, so that way you may move forward gently and benevolently. Feel my presence at night when you go to bed, or when you're in your car, or when you're sitting quietly. I'm by your side. Remember the rose. I manifest myself using this as a sign. The rose is my support, my presence, and your guide to help you connect to the beauty of your soul. Remember this energy of love. That is your essence. Thank you. Duff Tough Man. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. And look at that, number three. Yours is right next to it in the book. I don't even have to find it. Like divine timing or what. I'm gonna need to fill up on my coffee though. If I don't, I'm gonna yawn myself into next week. All right, number three, learning. You are learning many new things at the moment, and that may not be positive. You are in an energy of intense learning and great positive evolution. You need to learn new things. You also have many abilities and skills dormant inside you. This is powerful in you. I know you are in doubt right now. You may wonder if you're taking the right path by learning new things or making important changes related to your new capabilities. If you make the choice by and for yourself, it will always be a good choice because it is your own. Be daring and be confident, and most of all, be yourself. I'm sending you many signs to help you trust what you feel deep inside. Instead of listening to other people's frameworks or reference, you are taking a unique path that will be fabulous and bring you many new things. It will be more than sublime. Your spirit guides. 4 years ago, you experienced something important, something you may have put on hold or kept dormant in your energies. We are sending you many signs today because there is something important to be learned in connection to that past experience. We are sending you signs in your dreams. We advise you to write them down. If you don't remember them, take time to meditate for a few moments before going to bed, setting the intention of remembering your dreams afterwards. You may feel caught in the repetitive patterns, but that is not the only feeling coming to you. You are in an energy of new things and important changes. The next 4 months will be rich in events which will ask you to trust in the unknown. Trust in the synchronicities, and everything will be more than just fine. So, number 3, I hope that helped. Number 2, number 1 as well. I need to take a minute, top up my coffee, have a little bit of a schmickety smoke, and then we'll see how I feel after. But I'm not gonna just drop out off of here just now. We can say hi, we can do, maybe another collective. I don't know, we'll see. I need some coffee first. I need some coffee first. Maybe even do a little jam. I don't know. It's 11:30. I don't think I'm gonna offer card pulls tonight just because I'm feeling a little groggy. So I'm just kind of going with the moment. I wasn't necessarily sick at all either. But I definitely needed that little break. Because I was getting a little bit snap happy. Yeah, I do that like 3 times a week. Well, you want to know why? You want to know why we're feeling off? I have the answer for you. All the motherfucking karmics that have been after us for all this time, they're finally getting their karma. They're finally getting their karma. The tables they do turn. And the energy that we're feeling that's a little bit off is the leftover residue of their connection with us. So, in essence, they are projecting what they're feeling onto that last little bit of residue. And this is why things are feeling a little off. Because there very well could be a memory that you're still holding on to of the past person, or whatever the case may be. So it's whatever the residue that's left over is still connected, is where the offness is put. Yeah. It could just be in a simple memory. It could be in a connection. It could be in a chord. It could be in a lot of different things. So, chop, chop, chop. that's just par for the course. But I do believe that Spirit does this to allow us to understand and to acknowledge the fact that shit's happening, and it's basically our only confirmation. So it's better to get some sort of a, oh shit, the energy's off, than absolutely no clue at all, right? So it all depends on that situation, really. It's whether or not you let go. When you cut your cord, did you cut your cord officially or did you hold on to the memories? Because cutting the cord is all of the above. You have to finally release it for once and for all. Can't allow it to reek its ugly head back into your life again. I don't know where I heard it, but it's definitely a quote on the internet somewhere. It's saying if you sit in the shit long enough, it stops stinking. And I couldn't have said it better. And while I'm having my coffee and a little bit of a cigarette, I got a little story time to tell you. A little bit of a collective message that happened today. It's a good way to put it, I guess. Taking a year and a day to cut a 38-year connection. Little B, it usually will take a year and a day. After all, in a true divine union, it takes a year and a day to assess the connection and to be acquainted, and then it takes a year and a day to deal with the disconnection and a separation. It takes the same amount of time. Oh, that creeped me out. All right, so yes, it's dark out. So a little bit of a story time. So this story time, there's a moral to the story. And this is going to the people right now that are feeling a little rushed. They're feeling like they're not making up. They feel like they're losing out. You're feeling like there's not enough time in a day. You're feeling like the pathway ahead is filled with nothing but obstacles. It's like a hurry up and wait kind of scenario, and you're just going just about batty because of it. Hurry up, you gotta get this done, you gotta get that done, you gotta get this done, but all of a sudden you gotta wait. You're having to wait and use your patience in order to hold on for them to do their reaction to your action and then send it back to you, right? The joys of cause and effect. So, the Voice of Souls Oracle, as well as the Palo Santo wood, okay, it was supposed to arrive yesterday, but it was unfortunately delayed. Because I decided to have it sent to a particular place within the city I'm in, I was going to be in that area anyway, so I figure I will go stop by and I will have a coffee and wait for my package to arrive. Well, it failed to arrive, and I ended up having to mosey on my way for the evening. So the next morning, I woke up, had my coffee, did what I gotta do for the morning, and I proceeded to wait for that miraculous email to say that my package has arrived. So I didn't get no indication or notification, shall we say. I might have missed it, overlooked it, whatever the case may be. I could have been watching a video at the time. Scrolling Facebook or YouTube or whatever the case. 32 minutes in, I get the message saying that my package is there and ready to go. So I get myself ready and off I go. I figure I'm going to take the bus, right? So I get to the bus stop and I had 3 minutes to wait for the bus. Or no, the first time it was for 7 minutes. So I decided, okay, I'll stand here and I'll wait for the bus and I will have a cigarette. So I had the cigarette and I waited and waited and waited and waited and no bus. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just continue walking in the same direction and I'll just take the next bus that comes down. Lo and behold, I ended up walking the whole way there, okay, to my destination. And by the time I got there, the bus that I would have had to stop and wait at a bus stop for literally showed up right at the exact same time as I was walking to my destination. So had I waited for the bus, I would have got there right at the exact same time as I walked. So whether you take the time out to rest and recuperate and smell the flowers, or whether you blaze your own trail, whether you decide to walk it alone, whatever the case may be, all in divine timing, you will always end up in the place that you need to be. There is no rush. Okay, time is definitely an illusion. Because whether you wait or whether you continue to go, you will automatically end up in the same place you need to be at the right time. Sometimes it takes action to get there. That's the moral of the story. So I just thought that was an odd little download I got earlier on my little adventure to go and grab the package. Alright, let's play with the angel cards. Alright, message for number 1. Alright. 8 of water. A desire to move on. The search for the search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. Number 2, the 9 of air. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Sleepless nights. What do we got for number 3? The High Priestess. Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. Have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. Alright, number 1. What's going on with number 1? Another card for number 1. Alright. King of Earth. Generous, professional, responsible, and practical. A successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. What about number 2? What do we got for number 2? What do we got for number 2? Number 2, please. Another message for number 2. 7 of air. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. So maybe the timing isn't right now. Spirit's saying go back to the drawing board. Look into something a little bit more. Alright, number 3. What's going on, number 3? What's going on, number 3? Alright, we got the 3 of fire. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Alright, number 3. Collectively, Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So there very well could be a new home coming for some of you. All right. All right, I'm going to try a a collective read with the Voice of Souls Oracle. Let's see what we can do here. I need a little bit of smoky smoke. Come on, baby, light my fire. Set the world on fire. Yeah. Come on, baby, light my fire. Stinky, Palo Santo. Great Spirit, what do we got going on in the collective energy? Can we do a collective message with the Voice of Souls Oracle? What do we need to focus on? I'm going to use my own interpretation on the cards for this one, so that way we're not here sitting here listening to me yawn reading the book. To those that are liking the channel and haven't become a member yet, there's information in the description box. Go ahead and check that out at some point. If you'd like to donate to the channel or order a personal reading, that is available through the Hipsy link. You can go ahead and do so. There's currently a couple offline options there for you. I don't have an event going on tonight because it was an impromptu, kind of spontaneous live as to why I didn't set that up tonight. But we'll be setting that up tomorrow. All right, Spirit, what do we got going on for the collective energy? Give us some 5 cards to start with, maybe. What's the collective message, Spirit? Forgiveness. All right, so somebody needs to forgive. Work with the forgiveness. What's next, Spirit? What's the next card in the mix? All right, we've got a message of forgiveness. Okay, so somebody wants to forgive you or wants you to forgive them. And there's also a message of someone that's passed on that is looking for forgiveness as well. So if you've been having some issues mourning the passing of someone and you're having a hard time with guilt or something, you need to allow forgiveness to enter your heart with this. Okay? It's time. What's the next card, Spirit? We got message to pass on. So there's messages coming in from Spirit, and you're being asked to sit in the stillness and quiet your mind to listen to the whispers and hear the message that is for you. What's the next message, Spirit? What's the next card? What's the next card, Spirit? Thank you. Submission. What's the next card, Spirit? Somebody's regretting how they treated you. Yeah. They didn't like the fact that they lost you. They're definitely regretting it. Alright. Spirit, what's the next card? What's the next card, Spirit? Spiritual message. So there's a spiritual message within this forgiveness. Message of peace. Somebody's feeling very anxious. Somebody's not resting in peace. Let's just say that much. Somebody's rather anxious and rolling in their grave, is the feeling I'm getting. What's the next card, Spirit? Come on, Spirit. What's the next card? We got karmic relationship. So somebody's hearing this karmic message. They're wanting you to submit. They're wanting you to forgive them. But they don't want you to be you. They want you to compromise yourself. Okay? Yeah. What's the next card, Spirit? Whoa. Anger. Submission, loss, anger, karmic relationship. Yeah. Somebody's angry that you're not submitting. And because you're not submitting, they lost out. What's the next card, Spirit? Yeah, somebody's clearly not happy with the happiness upside down. What's going on? What's the next card, Spirit? That's a confirmation. Somebody's clearly trying to get your attention and you're not listening. You're tuning them out. Freedom. Yeah, you're finding your new sense of freedom after losing your freedom due to this karmic relationship. And somebody's angry that you have your freedom. What's the next card, Spirit? Message of guidance. Yeah, so whoever's angry, they're not listening to the message of guidance. Okay, they're tuning it out. Their higher power, their messengers, their angels, their guides, they've been trying to send them messages and they're not listening. They're tuning these out. And yet they're mad and they're pissed off at the fact that you have freedom. Meanwhile, they could have their own freedom, but they don't want it. I find it rather hilarious. What's the next card, Spirit? What's the next card? Apparently somebody wants a reunion with you. That's what you don't see. Karmic relationship and anger. What's the card for that one, Spirit? What's the next card? Come on. What's the next one, Spirit? What's the next one, Spirit? Thank you. It's not me. So this karmic relationship and this anger, it's not me. It's probably the karmic's ex. It's either that or somebody doesn't want to take accountability for the bullshit they pulled on you. You can either pick one or the other. What's this? Anger and freedom? What's the deal on that one? Thank you, Spirit. Message of warning, anger and freedom. So somebody's trying to trap you. There's some sort of entrapment here. Somebody's allowing their anger to get the better of them. And it's almost as if they're free to do whatever the hell they want. That's how they feel. What's the next card, Spirit? Thank you. We got repression, message of guidance, and it's not me. So somebody got blackmailed with this. Somebody was feeling repressed. It's not me. There's some sort of a repression and a misguided message. And there's something to do with fears and it's not me and message of warning. So somebody's dealing with some fears, inner fears, insecurities. What's the Cat card, Spirit? Burden of tears. So there's somebody here not crying. There's no sympathy. There's no nothing. Somebody's over it. And I think somebody's fearing at the fact that, you know, message of warning, it's not me. Message of guidance, repression, fears, anger, freedom, karmic relationship, a spiritual message. So a lot of the bullshit that was happening due to the karmic's ex. It wasn't the karmic themselves. It was having to do with the karmic's ex or third party situation. And we've got help. Somebody's refusing help. Somebody's being stubborn. They don't want your help. And to some degree, I don't think they even realize that you can help them, but you can. Which is ironic. This person, whoever it is, this karmic, has got their head so far up their own fucking ass, they don't even know. Yeah. What's the cat code, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. Repression, fears, and unhappiness. Somebody's not happy. But they're tuning out their guides. They're tuning out their intuition. They've been getting messages of warning. And they're angry as fuck because they had to deal with the karmic relationship. And they chose the wrong one. They thought they were going to be free with this relationship that they chose, but there was no freedom there. There was such a freedom there that they didn't even give a shit. There was literally no boundaries created. So it was like too much freedom. Like, let's not even take accountability for anything. Let's just do whatever the fuck we want. Let's just stay on autopilot and just go with the flow, not have a care in the world. No boundaries, no integrity, no discretion, no discernment. Total unaccountability. And that got them in trouble. And it's almost like there's just some sort of blame game going back and forth. Somebody wants you to forgive them. Somebody wants you to submit to them. They feel that they're losing out, not only on their life, but they're also losing out on you. They made the wrong decision. They're realizing that. They've had an ascension, some sort of an ascension, and they've realized they chose a karmic relationship, and it's made them extremely angry. Because all they wanted to do is have freedom to do what they wanted to do. And it turned into an absolute no. It totally turned into an absolute nightmare. Message of guidance in reverse. So they were not heeding the divine guidance that was given to them. They were second guessing it. And now they're realizing they maybe should have listened to that message instead. They feel that they might have had a situation where they were manipulated as well. And I think that was with this message of warning and the fact that it's not me. It wasn't me that was doing all this stuff, but somehow I'm taking all the blame for it. Kind of situation. Which created a repression and created fears and unhappiness within them. What do we got for the top card? Karmic message. They didn't get the karmic message, clearly. They tuned it out. They tuned it out. Your karmic ex was literally put through the exact same thing that they put you through. Because I think at some point you didn't get the karmic message that they were karmic, which you learned your lesson. Now they're having to learn the same lesson. It's like you guys are almost a season behind each other. And I'm also getting a message from Spirit saying that they're being brought up to speed rather quickly. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? Something you don't see. Burden of tears. So yeah, you don't got no tears left to cry about this situation. You're done crying about this situation, right? You've went through the hurt, you've went through the pain already. You've gotten up and above that. But because your karmic decided to push it away, your karmic decided to not look at it, your karmic decided to distract themselves with other means of, spirits wanting me to say, pleasantries. They failed to process until later. And they basically spun into this absolute crazy tower to where they literally fell flat on their face, in an essence of, to the point where they literally had no other choice but to go through this and process this feeling now. Because they thought you were just going to stick around, they thought you were just going to hang out and just, be on the shelf ready for them to pick you up again and dust you off and whatever else. But you're like, no, peace out. You're done. Thank you, Sprock, for that beautiful donation. I wish and bless you tenfold blessings on that. Thank you so much. So now they're unhappy because they tried to bring you unhappiness. By breaking this off and choosing the other person, this was to make you feel jealous and to tie you in somehow to a trauma bond with them, to where they can reel you in anytime they want it. But you didn't buy it because you've been through this already before. This ain't your first rodeo. And because you chose yourself over them, now they're all perplexed because they lost out on you. They lost out on the ability to manipulate you. Well, isn't that a shame? Maybe had they shown up better, maybe things would have been different. Maybe had they treated you with a little bit more respect and a little bit more dignity, they wouldn't have such travesty to say about you. It's really unfortunate. But the truth is, if you actually mattered to them, they would have treated you better. They wouldn't have treated you like paid entertainment. And thought of your whole experience with them to be an absolute fucking delusion. Yeah, anger and freedom. Somebody's fucking angry that you're free from them, that they cannot manipulate you anymore, that you wised up to their stupid ass game. Tell us more, Spirit. What's going on? Yeah, you're calm, you're cool, you're collected, you're at peace. You finally made peace with yourself. And here they are, they're stewing. They can't handle it. You were their mirror. You showed them who they were. You helped them remember. And they actually helped you remember who you are. Did I say that right? They helped you remember who you are. You both kind of maybe went into an awakening. You incited or instigated an awakening within each other. New cards, Sid. New cards, indeed. Yeah, somebody didn't want to learn their lesson, but they had no other choice but to. Yeah, they didn't want to be guided. They didn't want to have anything to do with the being guided. Okay? And you sure as hell don't want to be guided into another reunion with this person. Awakening or not, they should have been at least honest with you, but they weren't. They lied to your face. They laughed at you. They laughed in your face. They smiled at you. They smiled in your face. They thought they were sly. They thought they were clever. But the truth come out. You realize the truth. You realize who the hell they were. And you acted accordingly. And now somehow, some way along the line, they're wanting you to be forgiving. You'll forgive, but you're not going to forget. After what they put you through, why would you step back into that? What, so they could do it again? No. We're too enlightened for that. Not a chance in heaven or hell that we'd ever go back to that bullshit. It took us all this time, all this inner healing, all this inner work to get us to where we are now. All that work, all that healing to get us to where we are now, at the level that we are now in our healing. We've never been so strong, as strong as we are right now. A lot of us, yeah, you know what, we're tired. A lot of us were exhausted. But the awareness and the wisdom that we have within our understanding, we got to realize we are unstoppable with that awareness. Because of the lessons that we've learned, it makes us wiser to make better choices. This works the same with failures. You know, people just finishing up their exams. Oh my goodness, I failed my exam. So, big deal. Big deal. It's just a moment to reflect on what you need to focus on to show up better. So allow that moment of failure to be a lesson to focus on something that maybe, okay, maybe it shows you what you need to work on. Right? I could have just stood there and waited for the bus. I would have got there at the same time had I walked or took the bus. Didn't matter which way I got there. I was still going to get there at the same time. It is what it is. Another message here. Is there another message? We'll do a 3, 2, 1 start. Yeah. What do we got? 3, 2, 1 start. Yep. You got happiness. A lot of us, we might not have a lot of this in our life right now. Thank you so much for the donation, by the way. Thank you, Sprock. Some of us don't have a lot of happiness in our life right now. Okay? Some of us are losing sight of that happiness because of the state of the world. Okay? This happiness, if we were to really, really think about it, this happiness comes from within. It doesn't come from outer reality. Our true happiness comes from within. Think back or think to a certain point in your life where you were either happy, like truly fucking happy, or think of yourself living your best life in the best possible timeline, living the best possible existence and timeline for you and your best self. Picture what that would look like. Okay? And when you picture that with what that might look like, try to connect to the feeling of that. All right? Connect to that feeling and hold on to that feeling. It's just like thinking of your happy thought and holding on to your happy thought. Be in that vibration of having that energy in your life right now. Having that happiness, living that best life, living that highest timeline. Visualize what you'd be looking like. What would you be wearing? How would you have your hair? What would you live in? What kind of a house would you have? What kind of a car would you have? What kind of a career would you have? What kind of impact would you be making on the earth to bring you true happiness? And if you don't know what that might be, it's something that you need to meditate on and maybe brainstorm. Okay? Because despite the world outside of yourself, in order to change that world, we must change within us first. In order for reality to become itself, in order for this lighter, for instance, to become a lighter, somebody had to think of it first. The lighter didn't just appear out of thin air. Okay? And there was trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Some, they just put stickers on them. Okay? Just simple stickers. And then some, they got a wrap, right? And then they put the sticker on top. Somebody had to think about this before that happened. Okay? Somebody had to think of how and where do we put the flint in to be able to make that spark? What kind of a nozzle do we need to retrofit this to have the gas come up and out when this button is pushed to be released? What kind of a nozzle do we need to get us a flame that's going to light every single time and be regulated? That all had to be thought about. So in order for something to become into a reality, you must first think of it. You must first think of the idea. And then within your mind's eye, materialize this in every single possible way. This lighter is literally anything in your life. You can exchange it with anything that you want. It could be a career, it could be a car, it could be a house, it could be a baby, it could be a relationship, it could be a better relationship with your kids, it could be a better relationship with your spouse or your family. It could be whatever you want. But the situation is that in order for this to happen, it had to come from within. So if there's something that you want to see in your reality, you must first think it up, imagine it, create it within your mind's eye, and feel as if you've already have it in your reality. And this goes back to the card of happiness. With the current state of status quo currently around the world, happiness is a big focus because it's scarce at this point. You can't even walk out the door without having some sort of need for happiness. So, I think that's why that card came out, to emphasis on the focus of that. Can I get an angel card to confirm the happiness card, please? All right, we got the King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay, so focus. Communicate with vision. Be the leader. Advice from someone creative. We're talking about happiness here. Okay, peeps? We're talking about happiness. Focus on the happiness rather than the shit. All right? In order for us to raise the vibration of the planet, we must focus on more of what we want. If we're constantly focusing on more of what we don't want, the universe has an automatic yes. So the universe is going to give you more of what you're focusing on. If we're constantly focusing on the negative, we're going to get more of the negative. If we're constantly focusing on the positive, we're going to get more of the positive. All right? Let's get another oracle. Thank you, Spirit. Education. All right. Can I get an angel card to clarify and confirm the second card, the education card? Education, clarified by the Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Okay, so there very well could be a new person entering your life to maybe a relationship begins with a new phase. It could be something to deal with education. It could be something to do with psychic abilities. It could be the case that you guys are going to learn something from each other with this new relationship coming in. Okay? Let's see what else is going on, Spirit. What's the next message? Message of love in reverse. So somebody's hating the fact that you've found happiness and that you're learning a lesson, and somebody's hating the fact of that. Somebody don't like the fact that you learned your lesson, that they can't manipulate you. This is a confirmation to that. Yeah. Soon in the reverse. All right? So that's when you guys are going to reconcile. What's the next? Thank you. Somebody doesn't believe that you deserve love. And they're not loving the fact that you're happy. They're not loving the fact that you actually learned something from that. It's just being confirmed by the cards again and again and again. All right. All right. So, burden of tears reversed. We've got help. We've got communication. So there's no communication, yet somebody needs help. Somebody needs help, but they don't know how to ask for it. Here, this motherfucker thought that they knew everything. Here, they thought that they knew better. And they're getting a whole new lesson. They're learning a whole new lesson that they never thought they'd ever learn. The true value of honesty, integrity. Not only with other people, but with themselves. You got nothing but abundance coming in. And they think they're pissed off now for the fact that you're happy. And the fact that you're, learning lessons. The fact that all this good stuff is happening. They think they're pissed off now. Wait till the abundance shows up. They're really going to want to be in your energy then. I guess they should have treated you better. I guess they should have maybe spoken of you better. That's why you ran away, because there were secrets. What they don't want you to see. Meanwhile, the divine helped you out. The divine knew the whole time. The divine sees all. And when you're connected to the divine, when you're anointed by the divine won't leave you in the dark. The joys of being anointed by the divine is you don't necessarily have to worry about fear anymore. It's more about patience than fear. Because the divine's got you. There's literally nothing to fear when the divine's got you. Them, on the other hand, can't say they're so lucky. It's not me. It was. It was always them. This is somebody that just doesn't want to take accountability for their actions. And it's really sad because they're showing up this way, right? You tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, but that didn't work out for them either. Because you became the mirror to their bullshit. Yeah. Message of warning. They didn't heed the warning. You said, I wouldn't fuck with me if I were you. People have fucked with me in the past and they've got a wallop. And I didn't have to lift a fucking finger. And here they thought you were delusional. I didn't stutter. And that's not my fucking problem now, is it? The tables have turned now, haven't they? And karma is fucking booting you, isn't it? I know you're watching. You're number 3 all night. And your sister's number 1. Now, anybody else that took a number 3, I'm not comparing you with my ex. If you're just getting in now, there's a number 1, number 2, number 3, okay, for the beginning of the reading. 3 different timelines, 3 different readings, all at the same time. Now I've moved into more of a collective read, collective message, collective energy. So that's what I'm going with now. But no, I sensed my ex's energy pop in near the beginning, which was probably the reason for my throat chakra closing up and not being able to speak very well in the beginning. Is there any other angel messages for the collective? I guess I'll try a 5er with this. See how it goes. Sprock, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. I appreciate the donation earlier too as well. All right, Spirit, Angels, what's the message here? Justice, Archangel Raguel. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And then we've got the King of Fire. Motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. What's going on, Spirit? All right, what do we got? 7 of Air. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. Okay. What do we got? 7 of Water. Complex decision. The need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider more playful approach. Don't be so serious. Renewal. Archangel Jeremiah. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So with justice and renewal and the King of Fire, there's time. It's a time to move in a new direction. So maybe it's time to let go, but stick up for yourself. Time to stick up for yourself. Be your leader. Be your own leader and move in a new direction. Okay. What do we got going on, Spirit? Ugh. I don't like it when that happens. Nine of Air. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights. Seven of Air. So there's more going on than meets the eye, but you're also expecting the worst. So this is what's creating a sleepless night for you when you're needing to focus and communicate with your vision and be a leader. But you're thinking about it too much. You're trapped. A sudden event that needs immediate attention, time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So this is about a complex decision needing to do research, stop procrastinating, something that needs to be dealt with quickly. Plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, poor timing. All right, what's the next one, Spirit? Oh, we got Two of Fire here. Okay. So, complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating, too much going on at once, the need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. You've come into your own new partnerships or contracts, continue to move forward. So Two of Fire. So yeah, you've got some new possibilities coming forward. You've got some new ideas. You just got to give yourself some time to get through it, work through it. We got the Dreamer, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So get yourself out of your comfort zone. What do we got here? Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, and new home. So there's some sort of something going on here where there's a new direction, new home. This is going to end the sleepless nights. This is going to end a lot of the bit of you being in your head. Okay? There's definitely a new possibility. Nine of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So you're finding your independence. Okay? Balance, Archangel Zedekiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation, compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So maybe it's not time to do something right now. Maybe it's just time to coast. Maybe it's time to maybe take a step back and look at it for what it is. Maybe do a little bit more research, move in a slightly different direction. What's going on, Spirit? What do we got? The Four of Air, so Four of Swords, I guess. Time to rest, take a vacation, allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So take some time out to quiet the mind, let all the fucking bullshit go, and get into that happiness vibe instead of being in that shit vibe of what you're feeling. A lot of us just need to drop our fucking groceries for 10, 15 minutes to give our hands a break. That's all it is. You know, we can go back to living our fucking stressful life in about 10, 15 minutes, but we all need a break once in a while. Okay? The King of Air, brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. All right, let's switch over to the other box, the other pack, because I can't hold the whole freaking deck in my hand. So let's see, what do we got? Spirit. What's the next one? 10 of water, 10 of cups. Okay. A contented and rewarding family life, your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. All right, so there's a 10 of cups happening. All right. We got the 5 of cups here. Things not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation. Crying over spilled milk. What do we got? That one flipped over. 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Taking a trip. So somebody's going on a little vacay. Very well could be going on a trip somewhere. Where? We don't know. But things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation. Yippee-yo-ki-yay, motherfucker. The moon, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, event behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Okay, so there's something going on behind the scenes, and you need to release some fears that hold you back and just get it done. Get her done. And we got the Emperor, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Lead by example. The Magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources and the ability to manifest your life as magical. What do we got here? Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. Look at all things from different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. The Sun, Archangel Uriel. Happy outcome, brilliant new ideas lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. We are the magicians of our life. What we choose to feel within ourselves will become our reality. It's enough feeling all this shit from our outer reality. We gotta learn on how to not allow that to affect us anymore. Okay? Step into the abundance and the vibration that we want to see. Be that change. The only way we're going to be that change is if we vibrate at that frequency in that which we want. If we're constantly vibing in the lower vibration with all watching the news, being in fear, being in sadness, being in lack, that's more of what we're going to have. We have to transmute this shit into something from negative to positive. The only way we're going to transmute that is if we focus that negativity and switch it to a positive. Find the silver lining. Okay? Be the change you wish to see. This is why we are called a human being, because we are meant to be. Whatever that being is, it is in this very exact moment that we are being. What are we choosing to be? How are we choosing to show up? To be. A lot of it has the same thing. What do we got going on here? Page of air. Logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays or change to plans. Truth delivered without tact. Even the angels are telling me what's going on. All right, kids. I think I'm gonna end it here. Maybe another message. No card pulls tonight. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll do some tomorrow night. I'm tired. I'm on a day schedule again, so I may be going a little bit live a little bit more during the day, in the afternoon. So if you're up and at 'em and you're available, come hang out. What do we got, Spirit? 8 of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening all at once. All right, so we got some major things happening. Embrace. Knight of Air. Intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. Okay? Gonna float and stare at the sky a bit. Smoke a tad. Gonna float and stare at the sky. Are you going out on your broom tonight there, little bee? Or are you gonna float in your pool? Oh, okay. All right, kids. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been a blast. Thank you for joining me. I'm wishing you all the best for your evening. I wish you a good restful sleep whenever you do decide to get there. If your day is just starting, I hope it's very productive. Many blessings to all of you. I want to say thank you for joining me tonight. I want to say thank you to the donations, people that supported tonight and donated. Thank you ever so much. If you would like a personal reading, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. You can do so through the maybe I'll put an option on that. You can reach out to me through Facebook. There's Sprock if you want, or Instagram if you got it. You can get a personal reading. I'll give you a little bit of a message. Word has it, Steve, that you were looking for a personal message as well. Were you looking for a reading? I have a friend, mutual friend, I think, that maybe pointed you in my direction. So I do believe I got the friend request on Facebook or Instagram. I forget which one it was. But you're more than welcome to reach out to me for that personal reading, Steve. As well as Sprock, if you're still kicking it here with us, you're more than welcome to reach out for a personal reading as well. On that note, I'm gonna go watch Linda. I love you all, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe a little earlier. Maybe we'll do some card pulls, maybe we'll do a collective, maybe we'll do a story time read. Who knows? Lots of love to all of you. Thank you so much for the support, the ongoing support. To my mods, thank you for all the hard work. To my members, thank you for the ongoing support. I love you. To my subs, thank you for raising my numbers and raising the bar and showing my haters that, you know what? Yeah. All the people that slept on me are kind of shook now because they wish they could have been in a different position than what they are now. It's a real sad moment for them, I think. I'll forgive them, but I'm not going to forget. On that note, please be good to yourself. If you can't be good to yourself, then be good at it at least. Remember and pay attention on how you show up. Try to be honest. And karmics. If you got to go out there and deceive people in order to get something out of them, you're a sad individual and you need to heal. So here's a little blessing before we go. A little bit of smoky smoke smoke. All right, kids, be good. Love y'all and see you tomorrow.